That's it. Where's my hat? Where's my hat? Need the hat. There we go. Okay, let's get this camera set up. Wild. Absolutely wild. How's your weekend going, guys? Absolutely wild. That is so crazy. Ah! All right, I'm just trying to get it so that we can see down here as well. Y'all know that I love when you can see what I'm doing on the table. So let's just see if this, nope, that really doesn't help. New camera, so we're working it out. Today is Membership Monday. Hello, welcome to Char Tarot. I'm Char, this is Tarot. Ooh, snappity doodah. Not too sure about this. So we're waiting for some members to come in to start our reading. Jeremy, how are you? Welcome back. How's it going? Just so that you know, we are live for everyone can watch. What other cards should I bring out? Map. There we go. How's it going? Welcome home. How was your trip? All the questions. So public can watch, but it's members only that get to participate. Let me give you a reading today. It's been a hot minute, or a chilly minute. All right, do you have a question today for tarot? Do you have a question today for tarot? Melissa, hello. How's it going today? Oh, I need a haircut, by the way. Melissa, I tagged you in a video about bees and the beautiful, wonderful miracle of mushrooms growing wild. And it was about how the bees are attracted to damp logs. It's mycelium that they're after. And you know, like mushrooms are like the heartbeat, they're the veins. Whoop whoop. Are you naked? Yes. It was I get too excited when everybody comes out of the shower and we're hanging out. It's like, yeah, nice. Melissa, was about how the bees are attracted to the rotting wood because of the delicate nature of the mushroom mycelium and how it helps them rejuvenate their hives. Yeah, what'd Cole say? That's pretty wild, isn't it? And it makes sense because the way that the mushroom connects everything under the earth and then as well as above the earth, right? And actually how it affects our bodies in the same way. Lots of amazing new discoveries, particularly about lion's mane mushroom and how, when that is dried and powdered, working with other mycelium factors and groupings of all the different mushroom bacteria that there are, and different levels of it. How the lion's mane sort of enhances. It's like adding black pepper to the turmeric, right? Like enhancing it by 100, 1,000%. I think that part of I think that part of pairing, gardening, of pairing, of doubling up, of combining all of these different, like use this and this to achieve a greater this. I think a lot of that sort of life math, garden math, plant, animal math has gone to the wayside, hey? To the new apiary. Okay, so for the town wide, are you going to be at your place, or are you going to have a table set up somewhere for next Saturday? Because that's the 25th, right? Do you really? Yes, please. And I saw your question on somebody's post there, and yeah, you need to keep the bees. All right, who's got a question? Who's got a question? I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Today is the day I think I'm done my fair book at the hall. Ooh, I wonder if there's any tables still available. I don't know. I'm just being really called. I don't know if you've answered me in Facebook. I'm sorry. I'm being really called to come next Saturday. Who do I call? Like, who do I get a hold of? Like, to participate, to be there. Anywho, let's get on to readings. No, I'm not frozen, you guys. Whoa, I just spaced right out. Thinking about moving. Okay. I got you. Okay, Melissa, you and I got to get together because love it. Because I think some really crazy ass shit is happening and I need you. I need you to watch over me while I do something. But it has to be you. Did you dream about ladybugs last night? So something that we like to ask telemarketers when we used to get telemarketers is, what are you wearing? Are you comfortable? All right, Jeremy, are you comfortable? Are you ready? Yes, you dreamt about ladybugs last night? Or yes, you'll do that for me, or both. Okay, Jeremy, the 5 of P just flipped over. but you dreamt about them last night, like in a dream. I even typed my dream into an app because I'm like, is this even possible? All right, Jeremy, what do we need to know for you? You've got your question in mind. It's fucking crazy. All right, Jeremy, your question. Is it like etch a sketch my brain here? Oh my god, okay. Oh, my friend. I wish I can give you a great big hug. And see, you got some really big fucking huge. Okay. It's almost like you did all this work and then bam, slapped, slappity slapped. Woo-yan! So there's this really big cycle coming to that conclusion and new realizations being had. Slow and steady wins the race. However, sometimes we need to pick up our pace a little bit. Sometimes we need to totally stop and have that look around again. It's almost like there's been a lost sight of what the stand is for. Is it really all worth it? Is this part of the journey? What am I holding on to and why? Like a lot of really big things coming through. But with that 5P that popped out in reverse, with this 5 of Swords popping out in reverse too, it's like there's a whole like the you thought the switch was flipped before. It's like the switch has been flipped before, but now it's just like, whoa. Okay. So intellectualizing everything and knowing what needs to be done, and then having that opportunity to actually do what needs to be done while you're knowing about it, while your heart is sort of like ego and heart are having a battle. Brain and ego and heart, and intellectual brain and ego and heart on the intellectual level are having a battle as well. We've got the devil and the ace of swords coming in here. Okay. With that ace of swords, there's a new truth that's going to be revealed before rising up, but it is excusing that ego. It is excusing, sorry to say it like this, it's excusing the I know what needs to be done with the doing of it, right? So that it's being revealed, it's cutting through. We've got the Page of Cups and Justice coming in. Look at these nice little scales, right? In that balance, and the wishes and dreams coming true, what you're wanting to come true. And I think again, it's bigger than you. It's an event. Ooh, look at that Hierophant. Very interested to know what. Yeah, and again, we've got 2 10s coming in here. So this is a big conclusion. It's almost like a lot of tumbling has happened. I've got Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown. Jill came tumbling after. And it's just that in that falling down and opening the crown, it's like an expansion and a realization of the speck of dust that we are, but the butterfly effect that that speck of dust has universally. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Is this making some sense for you, or is it making it clear as mud? It doesn't matter where you go right now. You're still going to be faced with this. It's almost like the Naga self, the self versus the self right now. We've got spirit of place number 4. We've got dry desert number 31 equals 4. See, like what you're seeking is within, and you know this. But it's like, is it that kind of sort of an extreme reach? Authenticity is the essence of power. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about the struggle? The answer is to relax and let go your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is your authenticity. So again, once that truth is discovered, that's where that path rises up, right? But it's like fuck the ego going on right now. So dry desert is dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now and find your truth there. Let your spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. And whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is the most important place to find what's truly right for you. Damn. And those 10s are coming up. Like there's a whole lot. And I'm getting like that volcano sort of imaging. There's a whole lot coming through. And then just being able to use that knowledge and information and move with it. Oh, big hugs. Is that making some sense? The map cards, geez. Right? Right? And yet the universe is just sort of like got its little fish hook in. What are your guides telling you? Because that 4 popped up again. Yeah, the Magician and the Knight of Cups comes in. In this stillness, you're going to find that inspiration. In this stillness, you're going to find that inspiration. And sometimes we have to be still in order to hear the bigger message too. I had some crazy shit happen this weekend I want to share with you guys. And it's just like, boom, boom, boom. Right? So commit to working with them. Commit to yourself. Right? Because we're very intellectual, we're very logical, and thinking it through, right? So there's steps that are being missed in the doing part, and part of that is in the resting part. So we intellectualize, we've got it figured out, there's a plan, the wheels are always turning, and yet spirit's like, slow the fuck down. I need to talk to you. Sit down, child. I need to talk to you. Magic and Knight of Cups. You got to follow your true heart. It's so foggy right now for you. Oh, my friend. Why is my computer doing this? Hey, are you guys still here? You gotta be here still. Computer's being weird. Do you have a sandy place in your forest? Some trees and sand? Yeah. The thing that you do where you get downloads, when's the last time you sang and played? It may be time to sit down and just play some songs and sing what comes. Even if you're, like, don't overthink it. Sing the sentences that come into your brain. I'm just trying to feel it a little bit more, to give you some more information. And it is like that inner connecting, that finding those inner things that make you happy. They're showing me that solar plexus energy right there. And my feet are tapping, right? So it's like, Alicia! So it's like that beat, right? Yeah. You'll see some visions, you'll have some answers come through, right? But either way, it's that release that's going to open up and get you sort of back into that flow state of being. Yeah. Oh, time to sing. Oh, my friend, thank you so much for coming in. It feels like there's been a lifetime since we've had a chat. All right, Melissa, Huyen, and then Felicia. Melissa, you're up right now, and I want to tell you the thing. I saw your comment real quick on the Thoughts from My Head series, and I'm not shitting you guys. That voice, that booming voice that I tell you about, that I've shared with you for like the last few years, I really am wondering if that's a being I'm channeling, because it's a different energy than the meditation, like than mediumship. It's a different energy than spirit coming in and talking to me. It's a different energy feeling than like my personal guides. It's a different energy feeling than your guides. It's a different energy feeling. And years and years and years ago, I almost fell into a cult. And it started with a husband and wife team, and we were friends and hanging out and everything. But one of the things that is really coming forward right now that's showing up in that's showing up in my dreams is this conversation that we had. And I thought maybe that I would be a light language speaker because I love language. I understand language. But it's not so much speaking codes or light language, but I see them and I understand them. But it does feel like a being or an entity comes in where I sort of take the back seats. It's almost like I'm the person in charge of the spotlights on the stage, and that entity comes through on the stage. So last night I made a purpose of falling asleep and asking to understand more about this entity, where they're from, do I have a name, what are we dealing with here? And it's kind of wild because I've been through the feeds, there's been all these channelers, new channelers that I didn't even know existed coming through. And at the beginning of my journey, it's Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, and Abraham that really switched my mind, that really flipped that switch, that really helped me understand. And I'm like, that is so amazing. And it's her voice. It's just so nurturing for me. And so like yesterday I had this absolutely wild experience with ladybugs. And then I dreamt about ladybugs and they were all over me. I was just laying in the grass and I was covered in ladybugs and it just felt so beautiful and lucky and love. And then the voice came through again. And it said, I'm glad you're here. Because like one of the prompts I got from one of the people at the channel, I'm like, I have this voice inside of me that I feel wants to come out. And they said, well, what does it say? And so yesterday in my downtime, when I get downloads, and it said, welcome. And I'm like, what? And so yesterday I was cutting the lawn and there were more ladybugs in this section of lawn than I've ever seen in one spot in my life. And then the ladybugs were in my dream all over the place. And then this being came in. And like I said before, I see my spirit guides as balls of energy. I sense this being as a being, like an actual, like, I can hold your hand. So, Starla! So she got weird this weekend for me. And I was doing some research, and people can do all of those things. And y'all know that I've been taking these classes and Reiki and mediumship and all that to understand and to put protecting treasure and to put oh god, this is gonna sound so bad, and to put sort of like labels, but understanding categories, understanding how things work, understanding the science behind the woo-woo, and understanding the differences between everything and what they do. Like even my psychic, she's like, I see you moving away from cards and into sort of it's big. And I'm like, I feel that. As much as I love my cards, it is getting into something where like ultimately I see myself on a stage. I see myself holding a microphone. I see myself talking to a gallery. I see it. I just don't see what I'm doing in all that. I don't know what I'm doing in there. And this might be it. All right, Melissa, you are up. That's my crazy ass story. Cards are only a tool. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, Melissa, Huyen, Felicia, Starla. Melissa, you're up. And you know what, Starla? There's a couple that I have the pleasure of healing with. Actually, I go and read for them and clarify for them. They're like cosmic coworkers. I love it. And the husband's like, you don't need the cards. And I just looked at him like, you can tell me what I need. I'm like, I want them. But he said the exact same thing to me. And his wife just laughs. Ooh. All right, Melissa, what's up? What's up? Do we have a question? Oh, Melissa, you want to do things, but the universe is like, sit and absorb. Like the waves, let the waves wash over you as you absorb it. The water talks to you. Ha! Dog sleeping with his eyes open and it's creepy. So we have the Page of Swords and Justice here on the bottom of the deck. Look at these birds. Look at these birds and they're sitting still. However, they're not. There's a lot going on, right? Going through it with the Seven of Swords, not your circus, not your monkeys, but taking what's yours. Okay. Eight of Wands looking at this, Six of Pentacles looking at this. 10 of Wands upright, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. There may be wild. So this 10 of Wands here is, it's telling me there's things lingering in the shadows that could make it happen. Okay. But this is also opening up to a new gateway, right? So a new roadway. Is it only accessible through somebody else's property? Because a new way on may need to be discovered for that to happen. But we've got the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Swords, right? So really I don't want to sound like a bitch, and I'm sorry. Pay attention to the emotional attachment of it, right? Like, I understand how important it is to you and what it means to you. But working through that with that 9 of Wands, having that hardcore emotional attachment to it may keep it just out of reach. Do you understand what I'm saying? So understanding what's yours in this part of it is going to give you a greater knowledge and a greater understanding of the whole of it. And it's like the 7 of Swords, right? The circus monkeys aren't your problem. They're just busy flinging poo at one another. But it's time to, like, really, what's yours? What's yours in this? Sorry. The 8 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles, right? So there's a lot going towards that. And things will be righted. Things will come to balance. Be aware of the shadow side of things and other people's shadow sides as well, right? So if we release our expectations and our judgment on others, because we can't control how they are or how they act, right? But this 10 of Wands is not your responsibility to take it all on. Okay? It's not your responsibility to take it all on. Only what's yours. Giving you that firm look. But that Ace of Pentacles comes in and it's like a new doorway, a new door gate. Like, yeah, there may be an alternate path that you need to take to get it. Yeah. Legalities. What happens when you come up into the observer position? Hello. My little bird. My little bird. What happens when you take that emotional away and come up in the observer position? Right? When we're led by intellect, by facts, we don't have that emotion fueling. Even though, like, people who scream louder often get what they want, when it comes to that, sometimes there's zero tolerance for screaming louder. Does that make some sense? And it's not all tied in. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, Ace of Swords, Page of Cups. It may not look like how you wanted it to. However, new truths being revealed and understanding. Let's see the map. We've got the Magician. Oh, Magician and Hermit coming in as well. The things you see in the shadows on the land, do not be afraid to ask them for help protecting the land. The felines, the fairies, the protectors in the shadows, don't be afraid of asking them to help protect the land. That's why that shadow kept coming up. Like the shadow people that you see hiding behind the trees, particularly around that scrub brush. Like, I don't know if it's a pile of sticks or if it's a very sticky bush, and then you've got some trees coming through here, and quite often you'll see, like, you're wondering if it's like Sasquatch or is that a shadow being. It's a shadow being, and they're also protectors of the lands. Okay, I said it out loud. Ah! 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 Oh! Ah! So we do have Sad Embrace coming on the bottom of the deck. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. So this did come out in the reverse position, but the fact that it's goblins, and we were just talking about the shadow people. So reversed, it's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. No one is perfect, but in this case, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. Don't take this don't take this world personally. When Goblin's card arrives reversed, it's a sign to step back with detachment into don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Love yourself unconditionally, set boundaries, 7 of Swords, and your goblins will fall asleep. Love is the only answer. Yeah, so you can ask them to help protect the land and do what's right. And goblins comes out. All right, lovely. I hope that gives you some answers. Huyen, you're up next. Nice. Okay. Whew, they're big readings today, hey guys. Love it, love it. Melissa, darling, please send me information about who to ask it for a table for Saturday, and I'll come join you. Do I need a break? No. I'm just getting revved up. This is exciting me. Like, this actually, it feeds my soul. Doing this with you guys makes me feel so whole and connected. Yay, thank you. And it's so fulfilling. So I love it. It's all good. Thank you for asking. Do you have a question, lovely? Thank you. As soon as I read the first line, I sang the whole thing, you know. Why did you say that? All right, babe. What have you been battling within your mind? Okay. Something has come to conclusion. Did you finalize some details for something big? Made a big choice? Made a big choice. Nope. You're gonna. Yeah. Ooh. It's time. It's time. So we have the death card in reverse and the 5 of Wands in the reverse position coming in here. With this death card in the reverse position, it's time, right? So being an empowered, prominent businesswoman, capable, smart, adaptable, innovative. Babe, do you need a break? Even if it's in just 5-minute increments, right? We've got something that's going to come to conclusion, and we may be being a little bit busy so we can avoid dealing with it. The road to happiness is in your hands. We've got the lock, we've got the key. And right now, this little pretty kitty is looking at what's holding them back. What are we locked up with? But hey, I have the key right down here. I do have that key. The door is open. The path is broad, right? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. What do you want to do to be happy? You walk around like this all day and make people worry. Like, I'm good. How are you? Another 2 comes in. So we're looking at communication, right? How are we going to talk ourselves into what we want versus talking ourselves out of what we want? Partnerships, patience, right? So we've got the King of Swords coming in the reverse position. You don't need to be so disciplined and so hard and so rigid on yourself, right? That'll take away a little bit of that creative flow that's coming. Making that decision to be gentle on yourself, to allow things to go. And when when you're in the flow of things, like when you're in the zone, it feels like there's extra time. It feels like there's extra energy. It feels like everything falls into place. And being open to receiving that is what the universe is asking you to do right now. Don't be so hard on yourself. Ooh, 3 twos coming in, the 2 of Cups. All right. Have you been in your head lately, love? Right? So maybe it's time to say some affirmations or to journal some affirmations. It might be time for just sort of writing down different plans, different dreams, different goals, different ideas. Letting those creative juices stir up in you, allowing it to come through. Oh, don't be sad. You kind of been in a little funk. Divine Goddess. Cleaning house in reverse, number 37. Oh, I like that little fairy that's in there cleaning house. Absolutely. And that came up in the reverse position. Oh, you're going to get called out. I'm sorry. Why do you hold on to things that remind you of the past? Is your home cluttered with objects that bring up unhappy memories? Do you have a tendency to attract broken people who need to be fixed? If you're involved in this type of emotional project, stop right now and clean house. Being needed isn't going to get you what you really need. That said, even if you initially resist letting go of excess physical or emotional baggage, you'll feel amazing afterwards. Let go and let the universe bring you something better. Make space. The universe doesn't like a vacuum and will respond to your house cleaning by filling your home with what will best serve you. The universe doesn't like a vacuum. Doing too much at all at once. Hurrying, hurrying, hurrying. The universe doesn't like a vacuum. The universe is full of vacuums. So I think putting it into, oh, this is going to sound bad. Putting it into the right hole is where it's going to be productive for you, right? Oh, big hugs for you too. You're welcome. Thank you. Lots of big changes. Like, even though we were here last week with some difficulties, there feels like it's been a lifetime. It feels like it's been a lifetime. Love it, love it. You guys are amazing. All right, Felicia, and then Starla, and then Divine Goddess. Excuse me. Felicia, I don't have a question today, just general reading, please. Okay. Felicia, what do we need to know for you today? Balance is coming your way, my friend. You're going to have to find some creative ways to get it. Balance is coming your way. Temperance is balance. Temperance is finding that balance. Temperance is like when shit hits the fan and then temperance comes in, we find that balance. 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands. You guys, these have been coming out together a lot. Right? So with this 10 of Wands coming through, Felicia, like, be aware of how much you're carrying forward. Be aware of what you're carrying on your back. All right, time to get out of your head about that back and forth, back and forth. Okay? You are a good person. Shitty circumstances have just happened. Okay? And it happens, it happens, it happens, it happens, it happens. Queen of Swords, 4 of Swords coming in. Like, there's nothing more that you can cut out. You just got to do what actions are coming in front of you right now. So if it feels like there's a lot being thrown at you, just sort of take it as it comes. You don't need to plan or whatever. Just sort of deal with it as it comes head on, instead of just like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. I'll do it later, because the later is not going to come, and it's going to make it a little bit more muddled. These 2 4s coming in too, safety and relief from problems. We're about at that turning point of like, right? So we've got the 6 of Cups in the reverse position, and we've got the 4 of Swords or 4 of Wands coming in right now. And the foundation, it may not be great. It may not be great, but we're looking at this new balance coming in. And that 6 Cups with Temperance, it's kind of a big flow. It's kind of a big deal. And it may be that point of like sort of surrendering into yourself and understanding that you are the queen, right? You are your own queen in your world. Have you recently read the poem Footprints in the Sand? It is then that I carried you. If that has any significance for you. All right, and we do have that Queen of Wands coming in too, that creative, nurturing part of it. So things they're about to really sort of change in the way that you feel like you're going to see that light at the end of the tunnel. It's about to turn into that place where, okay, I'm finding solutions instead of seeing where all these setbacks are happening. It may be time to reread that then. See, isn't it wild? Isn't it wild how different messages come through in the cards? Yeah. The footprints in the sand for you, love. Is this making some sense? You're going to have relief soon. Oh, let's give you a map. I made a mess. Let's give you a map. All right, have a look at that poem and see what really sticks out for you. Peaks of Joy, number 33. And it's in the reverse position. Threes. If we didn't have threes, we had twos for you. 33 is a power number, though, right? Your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. Oh, thank you. Okay. So in the reverse position, do you rely too heavily on your material achievements when you assess how happy you are? Perhaps you say, I'll be happy when I meet the right lover, make the right amount of money, reach my ideal weight, and so on. Why wait to arrive at the perfect destination before allowing yourself to experience sheer delight? This is a day for joy. Take a walk, listen to the songbirds, scratch a kitty's head, play with the dog, look at a baby, and be in awe of life, which leads to a true sense of bliss. Be alive, be grateful, and know that happiness is an inside job. I love that. She's just like, it's almost like the Fool card too, right? How we're going off of that cliff right there. We've got the butterfly. We've got, well, there's no dog here. The loyal dog. The dog was mentioned. And number 33. Oh, thank you, Divine Goddess. Yeah. So that's what you're being asked to look at right now, Felicia. And 33 is your life path number. Like I said, these messages today are pretty, like, they're big. Yeah, yeah. And so that is a power number, but it'll also break down to 6 as a single digit. Yeah. All right. So I'm really happy that's resonating with you. That is like, if you ever needed confirmation. And I love that it's a Fool card looking thing too, right? Like, show me the Fool card. There we go. Happy birthday in 2 days. Yes. And look at those twos that were. Yeah, baby. I like it like that. How old are you going to be? Are you going to be 33? On the 22nd. Oh. All right. A giraffe and hummingbird. Thank you. 38. That is so accurate. Are you using the Colette Baron Reed Animal Spirit? Thank you so much for that too, by the way. Starla, babe, you are up. Everybody's a babe today. I love you all. You're all babes. Starla, you're up next if you got a question. Divine Goddess, literally, that is what's happening this right now. The babe gang. I love that. That is such amazing confirmation. Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. I have 3 hummingbirds around my hummingbird feeder. So they're really fun. Like once you learn to see them, you can see them hiding out in the trees. I've not found any nests, but I think they reuse old birds' nests. You can see them hiding in the trees. So I've got 3 that are hanging around my feeder. And it's neat the way I don't know if they're mating dance or if they're flirting with one another or if they're doing a fighting dance. Oh, divine goddess, I got a funny story for you. So they swirl like this up and up and up, and then they'll come face to face, and then they'll dive bomb down and swirl around again, and they'll jump around and they'll like bloop, bloop, and they'll go watch from up in the tree, and this one will fly around. And I don't know if they're being territorial over the feeder. Okay, so with that being said, has anybody seen the cartoon Rio? It's an older one, right? And they go to Rio de Janeiro for a festival, and the parrots, and they're dancing around, and the cockatoos, and they're all like, that's what totally reminds me of that. That's okay. I appreciate that because it's a connection to a higher source actually that I've been experiencing. So that's awesome that giraffe comes in. It makes perfect sense. And then wanting to go and chase after that, but be here now. Right? You guys aren't the only ones from the universe getting like, oh, I want to go and do this stuff. Nope, wait, be here. All right, Starla, here we are teaching. Oh, girly, you got the helpers coming with you. So the first thing that was coming into my mind, right, is just reworking that. Yeah, you're going to start teaching an online class and you are going to figure out how to manage that balance with work, with family, and with creative projects. You can do it. You are an organized person. You know what you're doing. It's just a little bit of that fear, self-doubt coming into it, right? So once you start doing it, it's like the fog, right? Once you start doing it, it's going to be clear on how it goes, Starla. So our first 2 cards, we've got the Knights coming in here for you. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. Yes, you are going to have practicality. You are going to have creativity. You're going to have the time because we're not rushing into things. We're also not rearing. Like it's not a whole fast-paced thing. And you know what? It's okay for life to be a little bit slower right now while you're getting everything of this on track. And with doing that, opportunities come and you step into more of your own power, right? So this is a time where you realize everything that you've done up until now has given you the skills to be able to pull this shit off. Like you've totally fucking got this. Check it out. Full card 2.0, right? Welcome to new you. The Empress comes in, you just got to own it, right? So again, I know that I can do this. I'm organized. I have a schedule. I can flow with that schedule if need be. I'm smart. I can figure it out. Creative. I'm innovative, right? And people like you. You're easy to like. You're personable on the camera. So your students are going to be interested. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all good. It's nothing you haven't done 100,000 times already. The Three of Wands comes in with that Six of Cups. We've got the Three of Wands making that nice little light in the mountains here for you. So again, remember when we were talking before about these experiences coming up? You're going to have the opportunity to experience all of these experiences And that's going to shine your light. You're going to find your spot, right? It's going to bring back that balance. It's going to bring back that balance. You know, you're going to get thrown off balance. It's going to bring it back. As much as I hate to say this right now, you're resilient, right? So you know what you need to do. You know that you can rest in between the process. It's not all hammer down. Hello, MM. Welcome to Earth, or to the Earth Stars. Welcome in. What's your name? I'll put you on the list. Thank you for joining in every Monday, 10 o'clock. We're doing our members reading. Hello, welcome. All right, Starla, let's give you a map card here. Making a choice, number 30. And this is in the, oh, divine goddess. All right, Starla, we've got making a choice. You are required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it, and yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because of the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Oh, options. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. I love this. And again, we were talking about having that experience. You just got to choose what you're doing first. Yeah. MM, what's your name? All right, Starla, is that making some sense? You've got this, girl. This is what you've been working towards. This is what you want. Mira, hello. All right. I've got Divine Goddess first, and then you. Oh, it's starting to get warm here in my sweater. You've got this. I'm proud of you, right? You worked through so much stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. I may ask again when it comes time for you. All right, Divine Goddess, you're up next. Oh, Divine Goddess. Damn, called out by your cards. Jeez, you guys. You know, today's a call out day. Let's all get called out by the cards. It's exactly where I'm at. Thank you for the confirmation. I appreciate it. All right, Divine Goddess, do you have a question for you? I've got like, sorry if I have boogers hanging out. Messages. Divine Goddess, here we are. All right, my lovely. Keep practicing what you're doing because your inner light shining is going to enhance your intuition, but do not second guess or doubt yourself. And we're done. All right, so again, we've got Temperance and Six of Cups coming in. It's beyond what you've experienced before. It's like beyond what you've experienced before. It's gonna. You had some experiences talking to spirits, imaginary friends, or fairies when you were a child. That skill is being remembered. All right, so it's throwing you off balance. If you're feeling like you did when you were a little kid talking to the fairies, it's because you're on learning. You're you're reopening up that. Does that make some sense? Reopening up that. Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, so there's nothing you really need to physically work on cutting out, right? Persons, places, situations that aren't serving your highest good, including trains of thought. But we've got this all flowing out right now. So don't try to stop anything with the flow. We can snip it. We can do the cord cutting, snipping as it goes. We can slice it off as it goes. But don't try to hold it or like be aware of ego coming in, going, yeah, I need to let that go. Because sometimes we're faced with adversities that we need to learn through on this cycle. Does that make some sense for you? Things are flowing, but it is flowing in a like a chaotic ocean sort of way. All right. We've got the Eight of Cups, Ten of Wands coming in as well. As soon as you recognize that inner voice, that just knowing, it's going to make an easier, go of it for you. All right. So you just know this stuff. You don't need to be certified. You don't need anybody to tell you it's okay. Is this making some sense? Because it's really fucking loud. Yeah. What's what? We've got the Hierophant. Like you've got the more you play like a child, the more intuition is going to open up. The more you're going to see those little sprites. It's the fairies. Do you play with fairies? Are the fairies effing with you? Doing your meditations. Okay, yeah. Very much so. Did you play with them when you were a child? Ooh. Yeah. So we've got Solitude, number 13. We've got this old lighthouse. Fairies love to play and things like that. Let me just Solitude in the reverse. Nice. Yeah. Solitude in the reverse. I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my own soul. Reversed. Too much solitude results in isolation and separation. Now is the moment to get together with friends and join in the merriment. Hiding out will lead to loneliness and negative thinking. Separation at this time isn't a healthy choice. Are you in a situation in which you feel alone? You need to share this, not keep it to yourself. Ooh. By joining in with others, you'll hear what you need to know because spirit finds a way to speak through them without their even knowing it. You have the key to let yourself out of this prison. You are loved and never alone. Back with the two cards. Back with the two cards. All right. Yeah, and it's just about making those decisions. Allow yourself to play. That fun, that wander. Yeah. It's playtime. It's playtime. Let it happen. You're so welcome. And thank you for my cards. Outside playing in the wind. Oh, I almost fell over in my chair. All right, MM, Mira. You are up next. Hello, how are you? I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hi. All right, you had posted a question. So my style of reading, I'm going to let you know what you need to know for you. We're not going to ask the cards how somebody else feels about you. I don't have permission to read their energy from them. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's see what the question is and see if I can turn it a little bit. Can you repost your question for me, please? So exciting to read for new people. Hello. All right. I mean, I get excited reading for my regulars as well because our stories continue, and I absolutely love that. Oh, hey, baby. What's the matter? My dog just woke up and smacked his head on the table. What do you need to know about the messages you sent this morning? Let's do that. Spirit's like, that's a good way to put it. What do you need to know about the messages you sent this morning? Aw, lovely. All right. It's time for you to focus on you. Honestly, we have the High Priestess coming in. We have the Eight of Cups coming in as well. So this is like, where are you feeling a little lost, or where are you feeling a little lonely? Like, what's filling your cup? What is fulfilling you? What do you do for yourself to feel that worthiness? And how can we help with that? So I've got the Fool card in the reverse position and the Three of Swords coming in. Generally, the Three of Swords is the heartbreak card, right? So if you're healing from something, it's not quite time to start anything new quite yet. Maybe focusing a little bit more on you. I'm going to share a link here. This is my Stan store. This is my store. And I have a self-love starter kit in there for free that'll take you to some resources, to my mentors that are free, right? I want you to go and check that out. And then just give yourself some honest loving. Pour your loving into your heart. And then see what you need to do about that. Because we are on a healing path. Are you fresh out of a relationship? With that High Priestess, there is more to you to discover as well. All right, so we've got that Page of Pentacles coming in. There's a new sort of foundation that needs to be addressed right now. And I feel like you're going through sort of a transition, about what you like, what you want. Finding self-worth also is very important right now. And if you're not feeling like things are working in your favor, instead of saying, why is this always happening? Or why doesn't so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. Why is that important to me? Right? So when we stop and we look at our personal journeys and where we are in that, we have that opportunity to say, okay, look, these cups have spilt out, but these guys are full. So what am I going to take forward? I feel like there's a little bit of healing that needs to be done, and then you're going to show up fully for yourself. We have the Page of Swords. Mira, have you just recently been through a breakup? So the Page of Swords in the reverse position. It is time to start doing things for you in the focus of your energy. Arch, there's nobody there, bud. We're good. Okay. And where that's coming in is just like sort of understanding what you want, what you need, who is good for you, right? Queen of Swords comes in. It's time to like cut through these persons, places, situations. Let your heart heal a little bit, lovely. Is this making some sense? I know it's not about what he feels about you. However, what you needed to know about the conversation. Unexpected visitors in the reverse position. Number 41. That's a 5 also. We've got that 5 of cups coming in. Ooh. If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. And this one's in the reverse position. We'll turn it upside down. Unpleasant news is only unpleasant when you resist accepting what is. Sometimes the thing most desired is kept away from you because it's not for the highest good of you or others. Sometimes there's loss or disappointment due to a destiny whose pattern can't be understood yet. Change is something that may be forced upon you, like bad weather that threatens a boat. Adapt to the shifting conditions and think about how beautifully the sky will be afterward. Accept what is, and a more fulfilling path will soon be revealed. Remember that if you expect the unexpected, nothing can come as a shock. All right. Curious. And there is still a bit of healing to do, right? A little bit of healing for you to do still. Okay, is that making some sense for you, lovely? Okay, is there anybody that still needs a reading that is popped in here? May long weekend weather here in Canada is such an interesting thing. Never go camping May long weekend. Never go camping May long weekend. I'm starting to get sweaty because I have my sweater on and it's like going to get up to 17. Checking out the radar because sometimes thunder and lightning and rain affect. Oh, it's going to clear up. Nice. Affect our internet. Okay, does anybody have any other questions before I shut the video down? I'd like to thank you all for being here and allowing me to do this for you. Thank you for sharing in this energy and being part of the collective. It is an amazing place to be. You guys have built an amazing community. And it's all you. It's all you. Okay. Well, lovelies, thank you so much for joining in today. It is an honor and a pleasure to read for you. I love reading for you. I'm so proud of you and all the progress and realizations and allowing that we've been doing. Look at this. Look at this. It's getting set up for my next job. There we go. Done. Boom. Just like that. All right, lovelies, I'm going to leave you here. Mwah. I love you. I wish you all the best. Give you some loving vibes. Summer loving. There we are. Loving vibes. All right. Wishing you well. Wishing you all the best. And wishing you some clarity. Mwah. And I will see you tomorrow, Taroscope Tuesday. All right. Take care, you guys. I love you.